It was a very moving ceremony inside the Ford Museum. I talked with some folks who attended that museum. Close friends and family were invited in. And when we started our broadcast this morning, we had some idea what might happen on this day. Still, after listening and watching the plane touchdown, the processional that came through town here to the museum, and then listening to the words of the speakers, one had to be struck once again about how Grand Rapids is turning out to welcome home yet another Ford. This time, First Lady Betty Ford and the governor of the state, Rick Snyder, had this to say about the First Lady's service.
So she was an extraordinary woman that never elected, but a public servant of the highest regard and highest standing. But her life didn't stop there. She was truly a leader by her actions and her speech. On behalf of the citizens of the state of Michigan, today I would like to say thank you to Betty for her wonderful contribution to all our lives. And may God bless her, her family, our state, and our nation.
I talked with Stephen Ford a few hours ago, and I told him how impressive I personally thought it was to watch him at the airport when he went out and was shaking the hands of the folks who were waiting there, the Boy Scouts and others, and also how his sister Susan went over and thanked the flight crew that flew them from California here to Michigan. And he said he thought it was important to talk to these folks. He had hoped to come down here and shake some hands with some of the folks who had been waiting in the line. Don't know if he got to do that tonight or if he may do that tomorrow, which, by the way, if you would like to pay your respects, the First Lady will lie in repose again tomorrow morning. Those hours, and let's be clear, we've had so much information on, and we may have occasionally gotten some of the hours a little off. These are 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. So 7 to 10, your final chance to come pay your final respects here at the Ford Museum. And of course, we will be on the air with full coverage of this final ceremony for First Lady Betty Ford. We'll have all of that information, and of course, you can find a complete schedule at woodtv.com. Live at the Ford Museum, I'm Rick Albin, 24-Hour News 8.